Good morning. My name is Dana Lynn, and this is our Thursday morning superfood lifestyle support call with WildFlow at the beginning, which I videotape for you. So if you're catching this on the replay, WildFlow is a quiet, meditative process that brings our awareness inside to the physical body, to your body, so that you can begin to recognize sensation and let those sensations inform you. And so I have a very specific utility this morning that I want to explain, and then we'll also begin to explore some body parts relative to that. So the beautiful part of, I believe the body is designed to give us feedback about our thoughts, about our circumstances, about our programming, about our beliefs. And so when we have a thought, an experience, a belief that comes up, positive or negative, then there's a trickling effect through the body. And our ability to be aware of that or not can change the trajectory of how we address certain medical conditions, dis-ease, aches and pains, etc., etc. And so many of my customers, clients have reached an age where they have experienced a significant amount of dis-ease, discomfort, surgeries, medications, etc. And if we were to back up and explore those same medical conditions, it's my belief, and you can take it or leave it, because I do not have a medical degree. This isn't about medicine. This is, for me, about awareness. And so when we can tune in to how the body is responding to our thoughts, to our circumstances, then we can begin to unravel the reactions that create stress and breakdown in the body. And so what that requires is the capacity to slow down enough to feel and recognize and practice the sensations, noticing the sensations, and being able to honor them enough that they are shifted, in some cases dispersed, in some cases dissolved, and in some cases just addressed through our thoughts. And so I have personal experiences of this every day, and I'm practicing being able to verbally explain what I mean and what to do with the information that your body's giving you. So the messages that your body gives you is in the form of fluttering or constricting or pain, discomfort, or digestive upset, or headaches, or we could list them all day long. But when you hear something or have an experience of something, And I can be very specific today. I had a conversation with someone. And in that conversation, some things I perceived or were said that brought up discomfort, a fluttering in my belly, sensations and thoughts of competition or unworthiness or dissatisfaction or, and what I automatically felt in my body was constriction through my chest, through my throat, through my belly. And so the skill with which you begin to practice noticing the sensations that arise during your life is essential, I think, for being well long term, resolving dis-ease, avoiding surgeries, avoiding medication. That when we are empowered to understand our unique responses in our body, then we can work with what's arising. So I'd like to lead you through an experience of recognizing what arises. And that is so much a part of WildFlow, because when you're quiet and slow and meditative, then you give space to the reactions that happen from your beliefs, from your thoughts, because your nervous system thinks it's real. So your nervous system has a response. But what you are designed to do is train your nervous system to relax. It's safe. We don't need to respond that way. There are multiple other ways of responding. So this can, if you experience anxiety, same thing. The physical sensations of anxiety may appear like physical sensations, but if you track them, they arise from a thought. So, one of the best ways to begin to train yourself and to understand is to allow your eyes to close if it feels right. Be still. Allow your eyes to close. If not, pick a place on the floor to just gaze. I welcome you to stop doing, stop moving, find stillness. And just notice. Notice how your breath moves through your body. Notice how your lungs, your ribs, your chest respond to your breath. Notice how much air you bring in and return to your space. Notice any tension through your shoulders or your neck or your jaw. This is a practice of bringing the unconscious conscious. We unconsciously respond to things, thoughts, beliefs, circumstances, fear, in our body. We unknowingly contract. Out of a perceived sense of unsafe. Fear. Criticism. Unworthiness. On and on and on. And it keeps us in a circular pattern. So breaking out of that circular pattern requires doing things slightly differently. Recognizing your thoughts, recognizing the reactions in your body. So the value of beginning to move is that you are an investigative reporter. There's a mystery inside of you. And so you are beginning to explore your internal landscape through this mystery. Your body wishes to begin. If you enjoy stillness, then just breathe. But otherwise, there are body parts that tend to receive a majority of your stress, this perceived threat. And so if you know where those places are in you, then I recommend that you begin there. So some clues might be that you've had surgeries or discomfort in a particular area. And so begin to gently, with so much love and care, begin your investigation there. So if your low back or your hips, for instance, have been a place of continued discomfort, then notice with your breath what they feel like from the inside. Perhaps you begin to explore them by moving around the edge of your pelvic bowl. But you notice what other body parts constrict around them. How relaxed can you be in your exploration? How neutral can you be with your breath? So you begin to regularly check in with them. Explore those areas so that when you're in your life, you notice when they constrict, when they speak to you, when they perceive danger. For some of us, it can be deep in our digestive tract. It can be not too far from the bottom of our digestive tract. That's our place of inflammatory response from perceived danger. Your nervous system says, unsafe, unsafe. I'm going to protect you. But through the practice of WildFlow, you're providing a sense of safety through your awareness. You're beginning to recognize the connection between your thoughts, which is that perceived threat, and the response in your body. It's a very tender place. It holds the deepest emotion, the most vulnerable, messy parts of us. But through this movement practice, we begin to trust how we move, not how someone else tells us to move. We perceive how we respond, how our body responds. We connect to that, not how someone else tells us our body responds. It's an empowered state. It's taking full responsibility for your sense of your perceived threats. So explore with love. Because this begins your baseline. When you're in your life, you'll notice your reactions in your body because you've done this exploration. You've done this play. It doesn't need to be work. Let yourself lose yourself in it. Going as slowly and as carefully as you like. Ultimately, we're connecting with emotional states that we're not really taught what to do with, how to connect to them, how to process them, how to follow them. invite you to explore the angles and spirals and connections that you feel. Your breath is what opens doors inside. Your breath is what begins to unravel this perceived sense of danger. Because at one time it may have been dangerous for you. And there may be a sense of overwhelm because the danger was so great. So that's why we go slow. That's why we breathe deeply. That's why we cry or scream if we need to. What if we begin to celebrate the emotions of children? As adults, what if we begin to celebrate the emotions that we have not expressed and give them ample opportunity for expression? Practicing our ability to process fear and overwhelm. Naming it, processing grief, anger, frustration, by allowing it head on, facing it, feeling it. So bringing your WildFlow process to stillness, I welcome you to take some time to feel the energy of your heart. To thank your body for all of the ways it helps you to navigate this experience of life. For all the ways that you've stored experiences in your tissues and are beginning to release them and let them go. For all the mystery and unknown, for all the ways in which our mind wants to know. And I welcome you, if you're watching the replay, to take some time to journal. Journal if my words activated anything in you. Make note. Journal if you had physical sensations that may wish to be revisited at another time. And until next time, be well.